There was a buzz in the air.
There was a buzz in the air.
Yeah.
There were butterflies. There was so much, like the lushness of the places that we visited.
Yeah. And really
So
that
incredible.
so ties in with what we understand to be the importance of growing organically.
When you go to see an organic farm, you know, you have clover and you have bees and you have butterflies and you have just the most incredible beauty all around you. And I think that's been incredibly inspiring to see food coming from somewhere that's actually rich and alive and beautiful. And it's very much actually the way we grew up. So our mother and father would have been based at home when we were younger. So it was really inspiring to see people still doing that and see how they've been doing it. Some of them making it work. Some of them been doing it for 30 years. Some of them have just started, and it still works.
Organico has evolved from what started 30 years ago as a real family-run business. It was my dad opening it originally.
Our business was actually called Essential Foods when it first started, and it was very much basic foodstuffs. And then over time, people came in with their health questions. Our father Alan was really interested in health, and that led him to opening Essential Foods. We took over in about 18 years ago, which was just after our mother died. And it's really felt like a family environment ever since.
It's always been one of the first things that I feel like people associate with our business, is that initially it's family and it's our family, but then something which is just naturally grown from that is the expansion into the kind of team that we have, and the fact that really now feels like it's our extended family.
Our Organico family.
Yeah.
So 120 people have worked with us, which is an amazing feeling.
Yeah, and a good percentage of them are still customers and still friends. And as a customer, hopefully you get that when you come in store into us, that you understand a little bit about that connection.
More recently, we have introduced the Organico Basics range. A range of foods and other products, so you know, from nappies to some supplements that we found, which are both really good value and really high quality.
Yeah.
So we don't believe that you need to choose between those two things, and we just felt like we really don't want to be seen as a luxury business.
Online, we've got maybe like 70 or 80% of our products are also available through our website, which is organico.ie.
Yeah, we ship to all 32 counties. We're the place that that brings together the suppliers on the one hand, and then our community and our customers on the other hand. Through buying local food, we are all supporting our local food producers, which I know is said a lot, but you really got to see that in action in our food fair recently, and you got to see you know, customers meeting the food producers and tasting their food and enjoying that experience, and I think that really brings home the importance of local food production in our community.
The other thing that struck me at the food fair was, you know, you're standing in front of Jerry and you're buying his honey, and that's supporting his family. And you go to Kristen and you've got her vegetables, and that was supporting her family. And so it's like, again, this thread and that link of where we're connecting people up.
Well, I'm just always struck by the huge support that we've had from the West Cork community over the last 30 years, and that really without the West Cork community we wouldn't still be here. And I think it's just a really interesting time for people to really think about where they shop and how they shop, and to really value the small businesses. You know, value the small businesses in your community, because if you don't value them, then they won't be there in 30 years' time.
The purpose of it was just celebrating what we have on our doorstep, and so the food fair evening was just that opportunity to bring it all together in one place and anchor it in the kind of the purpose at the moment, which is just to highlight people, to celebrate them, and to hopefully encourage people to jump on board and start producing themselves. Happy birthday.